Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you the first things that you should absolutely do after setting up your Realme 12x. So after setting it up, the most important part is connecting to the Wi-Fi. Most probably you have already done that, but if you haven't, then you can just go to the settings, and in the settings simply find Wi-Fi. Now, go to the Wi-Fi network you want to connect to. By the way, make sure that your Wi-Fi is enabled and enter the Wi-Fi password that is for that network, of course. Once you save it and the password was correct, it will stay connected. Once it's connected, another important part is updating your system. So it is very important to update your system because you probably want it to be secure, run smoothly, and have the newest features. In order to update it, go to About Device in Settings, click on the Realme UI at the top, and now it'll start checking for updates. If it finds any, you'll have a button to download and install that update. If it doesn't, then it'll just say the version is up to date. Mine is, but if yours is not and you start updating, first it'll start downloading and you can continue using your phone in the meantime, but later on it'll prompt you to restart your phone, and once it does, you just need to stop using your phone for a moment. It will not take too long, but probably a bit longer than usual restarts, and after that you'll be good to go. Now let's log into the Google account if you haven't done that yet. So you just need to go to the users and accounts in settings, and if you don't have any Google account listed here, click on Add Account. Now click on Google, and if you don't have any Google account, you can create the account with the Create Account button. But I already have it, so I'm gonna log into it. You just need to enter the email or phone associated with your Google account. It has crashed because the Google app is probably updating right now, since I've just connected to the network and it has just started. So I can see it's probably updating. So I will need to wait a moment. I'm gonna close out of every app that I have opened, and let's go back to the settings. And let's go to Users and Accounts, Add Account, Google. And it's loading, so let's just wait. Okay, so I think that now it has updated, so I can enter my email. Then click on Next and enter the password, which I'm gonna do off camera. Now select who will be using this device, and I will be using it, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is. If you select that your child will be using it, then the further steps may vary a bit, so make sure to follow the steps displayed on the screen. Then you need to agree to the Google Terms of Service, Google Play Terms of Service, and the privacy policy. Without that, you can't proceed with adding the account. You can also click on the blue links to actually read that terms, and I highly encourage you to do so. Then it asks you if you want to back up your device data, and if you don't want to lose your device data in case anything happens to your device, like it gets lost or stolen or broken, then it's better to leave that enabled so you actually don't lose your data. Now, since we are logged into the Google account, we can proceed with updating our apps on the phone to ensure they are secure, run smoothly, have the newest features, the same as the software, of our phone, but also some of the apps may not work without an update. So let's go to the Play Store from where the apps come. And here I'm gonna skip the additional apps. Then it asks me what do I want to use in order to verify my purchases. You can either use a password or biometrics. I don't have my biometrics set up just yet. I'm gonna show you how to do that later. So I'm just gonna select the password and enter it off camera. Okay, and since I'm now in, I can click on the profile icon in top right corner and click on my apps and games. Then go to updates. And here I'm gonna click on update all. There's quite a few of these apps, and some of them we'll find out later are not really important and we will uninstall them. But just to make everything faster, I'm gonna update them all, and later on I'm gonna go to uninstalling them. So now let's get to setting and set our screen lock and biometrics as I have promised. You can just go to the security and privacy and go to device unlock. Here, if your screen lock says none or swipe, then I highly recommend setting it up. But before we do that, you can either set a PIN, which is a numerical password, a password which is alphanumerical, or pattern, which is just connecting 9 dots in your chosen pattern, where you need to connect at least 4 dots, but of course you can connect more, and the pattern may be quite complicated, so it's harder to guess, but you need to make sure that it's something that you can remember, because in case you forget your PIN pattern or password, then it's gonna be pretty hard to recover it later, since you will need to erase everything what's on your phone. So anything that hasn't been backed up will for sure be lost. So I think it's still worth it to have a screen lock, so no one else besides you has access to your private data, but make sure to not to lose your password. And here I'm gonna select the pattern. Then after 5 seconds, where the notice that I've talked about is, I can click on continue and enter my lock screen pattern, then re-enter it to confirm, and I can turn on the fingerprint unlock, but I'm gonna click on cancel because I'm gonna do that myself. So let's go back, and here in face and fingerprint unlock, you can select face and fingerprint. I'm gonna set up the fingerprint first, because about the face I'll need to say a few things. So let's set the fingerprint first. Just click on agree. It is pretty secure and also very convenient. You can just place your finger on the sensor, which is on the power button on the right side, release it and tap again, and repeat several times. Remember to move your finger between its scans so it scans the whole area of your fingerprint. Now click on done. Then I'm gonna cancel the face unlock because I wanted to talk about it. So it only bases on the camera on this phone. There are phones on the market that based on IR sensors, like the iPhones, but this phone only bases on the camera, so it doesn't make it secure. And the face unlock, since it only bases on the selfie camera, can be unlocked with a photo of you or by someone who looks similar to you. So I highly wouldn't just recommend it, you're doing it at your own risk, but in case you really need it, I'm gonna show you how to set it up. So just click on the face, click on agree, enter your pattern, PIN or password, click on continue, then position your face within the frame and wait. Now it's set. And once I lock my phone, I can unlock it with these 3 methods. The fingerprint, you just need to tap on the fingerprint sensor, you don't even need to click on it. To unlock with a pattern, PIN or password, click on the button, swipe up and enter that pattern. To unlock with face, click on the button, look at your phone and it'll be unlocked and you can swipe up. Now you might have noticed that my wallpaper is changing in each time I lock my phone, and I don't really like that feature. I know there are some people that want to leave it, but most of them, I believe, really actually prefer to have a static wallpaper. So let's go to settings, and in case you want to disable that feature, go to home screen and lock screen, I believe. Then in the lock screen, find wallpaper carousel. Click on activate, then disable show wallpaper carousel. You can also disable that and deactivate it as well. Now, since it's deactivated, you can see that my lock screen wallpaper is exactly the same as my home screen one, but we can customize it. Speaking of customization, as your wallpaper, you can set a photo that you've transferred from your previous device, a photo that you take now, or something that you have downloaded from the internet. And I'm gonna take a photo now since I don't have any photos in my gallery, I believe. And once it's taken, we can go to the settings. In the settings, go to wallpapers and style. Now go to wallpapers. And here are some static wallpapers provided by Realme, but I think the best ones are your personal ones, so I'm gonna go to album, then agree and continue, and select the photo that you want to set as wallpaper. Then you can adjust it by zooming it in or out. And you can select whether to apply it to lock screen, home screen or both screens. I'm gonna apply it only to the lock screen. I'm gonna click on Not Now because if I click on Apply Now, it will turn on the wallpaper carousel again, which I don't like. So now you can see my wallpaper has been changed. And as you can see, there are a few notifications that may be a bit annoying, but before we get into that, let's get to the apps that also may be a bit annoying. You can see here there are some apps that are really unimportant, and in case you want to play some of them, then you can leave them, but I really doubt, so you can just press and hold on them and uninstall them. And that's what I would do as the very first thing after setting up the most crucial parts like the Wi-Fi or the setups. So I can also, no, I can't. I thought that I can just select them, a few of them at once, but no, I need to uninstall each one separately. And now you can see that the apps from this folder were uninstalled. You can also find the more apps, and here one of the apps that I would uninstall in the first place and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone is this one. Uninstall it as soon as you can. The other ones are up to your preference. Then Spotify also can be left, can be uninstalled depending on your preference. LinkedIn as well. Miravia, I don't know what's that. I think you can leave it or uninstall it as well. Yeah, there is an option to uninstall, so you can uninstall it. Netflix, TikTok, Amazon or Facebook also are up to your preference. Then you can see there are tools and features, and what I like to do to not make my home screen too messy, I like to put these two apps from the featured folders into tools, so I can use only one folder to not have like an unnecessary folder for just two items. You can also remove that widget. I don't really think you need a TikTok widget on your home screen. But remember, everything is up to your preference. Since we have that sorted, let's also swipe up and make sure that we don't have any bloatware here. But I think we don't. Of course, like some of the AliExpress or Blockblast or Booking.com, if you don't use them, you can uninstall them. The Blockblast is just a game, so I doubt I need it. And let's get to the next part, which is setting up the Google Pay, which most of the people I know use. And this allows you to use your phone to pay with it in stores by tap to pay, by tapping it to the reader and doing a contactless payment. After setting it up with your bank by adding your debit or credit card into the phone. And of course, it is pretty secure since it is verified with your bank and authorized by your bank. So let's find wallet or Google Wallet to be more precise. And actually, I have it already installed. I thought I need to install it, but since it's already installed, I can open it. Then wait a moment, it'll just log in. And now I can click on add to wallet. So let's view wallet, add to wallet, and payment card. Now you can just scan a payment card with your camera or enter the details manually. Yeah, actually it asks me to do that manually, so I can do that. Then click on save and continue and verify with your bank via message, phone call, or a bank app. Once that's done, it will be just available. So whenever your phone is unlocked, you can swipe down from the top of your screen, swipe down again, and find the wallet button. Once you click on it, it'll open the wallet, and now you can tap your phone to the reader in order to pay. Now let's also get to the settings. In the settings, we may find a few things, although I think I need to find it here, so let's just quickly do it. Okay, never mind. Let's just go to the battery. In the battery, make sure that you have smart charging turned on. It is very good because it slows down your battery aging and increases its lifespan by doing that. By learning your charging habits, then adjusting charging patterns accordingly. So if you, for example, put your phone into charging as you go to sleep, then it will at first charge up to 80%, then it will pause the charging and resume it about an hour before you're expected to wake up and charge at a slow rate, so it charges up to 100% soon before you are expected to unplug your phone, so it doesn't overcharge overnight. And now let's get to the last thing, which is sliding up from the top and finding finish setting up your device. Now, click on start. Then you can connect to mobile network by inserting a SIM card somewhere on your phone at the top. Actually, you just need to insert a pin, needle, or a SIM card ejector tool into that hole and put a SIM card in it if you haven't done that yet, and it will be done. Of course, you don't have to do it. You can use your phone without a SIM card, but it's best to have it from the beginning so we can receive phones, messages, and use mobile data from the beginning of having your phone. I'm gonna skip it. And now you can copy your apps and data from your previous device. And before you click on don't copy, make sure that you really don't want to copy, because if you click on don't copy now, then you won't be able to do that later through the native method. Of course, you can do it with a third-party app, but it's the best to do it through the native method, so I would highly recommend to do it now in case you want to copy your data, because later on it will just be unavailable. I'm gonna click on don't copy because I really don't have anything to copy, but if I had, then I probably would. Then I'm gonna click on next and select my default browser. I think that question is only asked in the European Union, but I'm not really sure. And if you don't know which one to choose, I'll tell you my recommendations. So I would recommend Brave, Chrome, Firefox, and Opera. Besides that, I don't like the other ones. The Chrome I think is like the most basic one. And in the search engine, I only recommend Google, but of course it's all up to you. Then I'm gonna click on continue, so I'm not bothered about finishing setup later. And it asks you if you want to access your Google Assistant with Hey Google. It allows you to open Google Assistant hands-free by saying hey Google out loud. And I do, so I'm gonna click on I agree. If you also agree to that, then after clicking I agree on the second screen, there is a chance you may be asked to say 4 phrases out loud, most probably if you haven't set up voice match on your previous devices signed up with that Google account. But I already have, so I won't be asked about that. Then it also asks me if I want to access my assistant without unlocking the device, and I'm gonna skip it because I only want to use a Google Assistant when my device is unlocked. Now it asks me about the Google Pay, but I have already explained it, and now there are a few other things that you can change. I'm gonna click on no thanks. And now everything is done. Feel free to use your phone now. That's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.